What's up, everyone? So, the Kenya Ports Authority continued their domination this time against Cobra Sport. This was the second meeting against Cobra Sport where they utterly blew them out by 30 points, and it was just something that wasn't seen in the previous game. The previous game was pretty close. That game was decided by 3 or 4 points, and this game, it was just a convincing win by KPA, and just went to show you like how determined and how clinical and calculated KPA were. Kyle Karanga, he came in strong. He had a plus 18 efficiency, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. And this guy was all over the place. He's a consistent double threat and an inside scorer that many teams, some defenses are not used to his productivity at that time, and he just came in and he just utterly showed up and balled out pretty well. But KPA, all the way from the start, there was no situation where this game was close. The first game against Cobra Sport, the game was pretty close. There were a couple of lead changes, like 5 lead changes, but in this case, this game was not close at all, as KPA, they had their biggest lead at 32 points, had a 15-0 run. They dominated this game for the whole game, for 40 minutes. There was no point where Cobra Sport showed any fight. There was no point where the game was in an arm's reach for Cobra, and KPA pulled away. In the rebounds department, KPA dominated, 49 total rebounds, 31 defensive rebounds, 18 offensive boards. They shot pretty well. They shot 46% from the field, 50% on 2-point field goals, 34% from deep, and 60% from the line. Although on the line, Cobra shot pretty well. They shot 73% on the line. But KPA are just right behind them at 60. But shooting 35% from deep was the determining factor, as they were able to pull away with those extra points they were getting from deep, so from the 3 ball. But in the steals, KPA led with 18 steals, 21 assists. They really struggled with 23 turnovers, despite even having winning by 30. Taking care of the ball is a necessity, but KPA weren't able to record a block in this game, and they finished the game with 11 fouls. They led in fouls, but looking at the other key stats, points from turnovers, you can see KPA led 25 points from turnovers, 22 fast break points, 16 second chance points, 50 points in the paint. These guys were literally living the paint rent free, and 39 points from the bench. So you could see KPA were really working the ball inside, and it goes to show you when they were converting at a 51% rate on 2-point field goals. This was the reason why they were able to rack up 50 points, as they were able to convert half their shots inside. They were able to get them and make those shots fall. And it wasn't a good outing for Cobras. Their interior defense was lacking at the time. But Faisal, 21 minutes played, he racked up 16 points, 50% shooting from the field. He had a 20-point outing in the previous game. Okal Karanga, he was the guy that took over this game. 23 points, 23 minutes played, 16 points, 57% shooting from the field, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, plus minus plus 19. There were not many scoring barrages in this game. The only 2 guys who scored 10 points or more was Okal Karanga and Faisal Aiden Jama. So these guys, the KPA squad. This game was the last game in the second round. They played a whopping total of 7 games on the road to the BAL, and they made it 4-0 the first round. The second round, they were given a walkover to City Oilers. They didn't play that game. They came in late, but the 2 remaining games were able to win them convincingly. But due to the fact that they had that walkover, it knocked them off of the race, and they were not able to compete in the BAL, the first ever inaugural BAL season, as it was expected, because the players did everything on the court. And details on how the KPA management, botched the chances of the KPA the KPA team making to the BAL. I made a video addressing it about 5 months ago. I'm gonna leave the link to it in the description box. But I am confident this season they're going to be able to do it again, because they have shown a lot of resilience. They won the championship, the 2022 KBF title, and punched their ticket to the road to the BAL, which is coming sooner than we expect. And looking at their performances now, as comparing it to the way they were back then, I know the rosters has changed. Their rosters have really changed, because this was 3 years ago. But looking at the winning mentality, both offense and defense, the coach is still the same. The coaching staff is still the same. And right now they have got financial backing. So that means we're expecting like a lot of, firework performances, especially in the road to the BAL. So I know the road to the BAL is tough right now, because they're heading into their third season. And looking at the way teams are setting up, it's more competitive right now. So the closest chance that KPA had to make noise in the BAL was way back in 2019, going into the first ever inaugural BAL season, which didn't materialize, didn't happen because of situations happening off the court. But hopefully they'll be able to weave through the tough teams that are going to be in the road to the BAL, because a lot of teams are going to be joining the BAL, so that in the road to the BAL, so they can try their chances in making into the BAL. So it'll be very huge to see. It'll be very exciting to see what KPA is going to do, how they're going to set up. Right now, they are really dominating the KBF regular season. They, after winning the championships, they want to go back to back, and they have shown very dominant performances. They have only lost one game, which is the second game against Anu. And looking at the way the team is gearing up, not only are they gearing up for the KBF playoffs that are happening next year, but looking sooner, in a few weeks, in a few months from now, they'll be notched into the road to the BAL. And given the way the roster has been set up, I expect fireworks. I expect a lot of exciting performances, especially in the road to the BAL. So I'm very optimistic in this KPA side, and hopefully they'll be able to make some serious noise and be able to win the same way they won in 2019. They can still replicate. I believe they can still replicate the same, because the coach is still the same. They have retained the same quality, not the same players, but the same quality of basketball that they were used to winning. And I feel like they can go all in this year. So so this just was a recap of the road to the BAL. I'll be following it up in a few with what Ulinzi did in the road to the BAL that they did last year. So also be sure to tune into that. And I'm out. Please be sure subscribe to the channel, turn on notification posts that you never miss any new videos I'm coming out with. And like the video. The likes helps me out a ton. And I'm out. Peace.